All right, welcome everyone to another refreshing episode of FluentVibe English. Today we're diving into a topic that many of us can resonate with, overthinking. You know that relentless cycle of thoughts that just keeps spinning around in your mind. Times laughs. It's almost like trying to untangle a bunch of earbuds. So frustrating.
Chuckles. Oh, I totally relate. It's crazy how our brains can get caught in that loop. It reminds me of a record that just won't stop skipping. So what do you think causes us to overthink so much?
That's a fantastic question. The reasons can vary widely. Often, it's the stress from work or school. Think about it. When you have a big deadline approaching, your brain might start racing with thoughts like, what if I don't get it done? Or, what if my boss hates my work? Those thoughts can spiral out of control, don't you think?
Absolutely. I had this experience once while preparing for an important presentation. I kept envisioning every possible disaster, like, what if the projector failed? Or what if nobody applauds? Honestly, it felt like a mini horror movie in my head.
Exactly. That's a perfect illustration. It's completely normal to feel anxious. But here's the thing. Overthinking can really impact our daily lives. When you're entangled in those racing thoughts, you often miss out on just enjoying the moment.
Ooh, I can relate to that feeling. There was a time I was at a party, and instead of soaking in the fun, I was lost in my head, ruminating over a chat I had earlier. It was like I was physically present, but my mind was miles away.
Yes, that's a classic example of overthinking. Now let's shift gears and talk about some practical methods to soothe that busy mind naturally. One technique I find incredibly effective is mindful breathing. It's really simple, but quite powerful. Just focusing on your breath for a few moments can bring you right back to the present.
Wait, so you mean taking deep breaths and exhaling? Similar to what those relaxation apps suggest?
Exactly. Picture this. You sit comfortably, inhale for 4 counts, hold your breath for 4 counts, and then release for 6 counts. It's like hitting a reset button for your brain.
I should definitely try that. Sometimes it feels like I'm holding my breath during stressful moments, like I'm gearing up for an Olympic event, when all I really need is just to breathe. Slaps.
Haha, that's a fantastic analogy. Another incredibly helpful practice is journaling. Just putting your thoughts down on paper can declutter your mind. Have you ever given it a shot?
I have, but honestly, it can feel a bit awkward. I just sit there writing down my feelings, and then I think, what if someone discovers this?
That's totally valid. But remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Think of it as doodling, but with words. Just let your thoughts flow onto the page without worrying about how it sounds.
Ooh, I love that idea. So it's more like a casual sketch of my thoughts? I could probably take that to the park or something.
Yes. Being outside in nature can be incredibly calming too. Studies have shown that being in a natural environment can significantly lower anxiety levels and help you gain perspective. Have you ever had one of those revitalizing nature days?
For sure. One time, I went hiking and just totally forgot about everything for a while. It was amazing. But then, I got lost times laughs.
Laughs? Okay, getting lost isn't ideal. But hey, it turned into a real-life adventure. It's all about finding those moments to disconnect. Speaking of which, we must mention meditation. While it sounds intense, it's really more about training your mind to focus.
Wait, is it like, channeling my inner Yoda or something?
Haha, kinda. Just find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath, or even a single word like calm, essentially conditioning your mind to take a refreshing break from the chaos.
Wow, that sounds so cleansing, like giving my brain a bubble bath. Chuckles.
Exactly. And if listeners could take just a few minutes each day to practice any one of these techniques, like mindful breathing or journaling, they could really see a positive impact. It's about creating those little moments for ourselves.
That's really uplifting. So it's all about incorporating those tiny, manageable practices into our everyday lives. I mean, who wouldn't want a calmer mind, right?
Spot on. So, everyone out there, let's make a promise to try at least one of these methods. You might discover that, learning to calm your mind can lead to enjoying the present way more.
Yes, let's embark on this journey together. Remember, it's not about perfection. Just take it one breath at a time. What a fantastic reminder.
Absolutely. All right, that's a wrap for today, folks. Keep enjoying the vibes, and don't forget to join us next time on FluentVibe English. Welcome back, everyone. Get ready for yet another episode filled with enlightening discussions that could truly change your life. Today, we're diving deep into a practice that has transformed countless lives. Journaling. This episode is all about why journaling can transform your mental health. So, buckle up.
Ooh, journaling. That sounds super intriguing. But how can simply writing in a notebook really change someone's mental health?
Fantastic question. Times shuckles. Think of journaling as having a vital heart-to-heart with yourself. When you jot down your thoughts and feelings, it's like processing your emotions. Imagine clearing out a really messy closet. You know how chaotic those can get, right?
Totally. It just piles up, and suddenly you can't even locate that favorite shirt anymore.
Exactly. When you journal, you're metaphorically taking everything out of that closet and deciding what to keep, toss, or better organize. This daily ritual helps you process emotions you might be holding on to.
Wow. So it's kind of like emotional spring cleaning? Time laughs. I love that comparison. But how does writing things down actually help with stress? I mean, isn't it just paper?
Haha. It might feel like just paper, but think about it this way. Writing is like letting all that seep out onto the pages. Research reveals that expressive writing can actually lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone inside our bodies, which is pretty powerful.
Cortisol? Isn't that what, makes us feel anxious and overwhelmed sometimes?
Yes, you're absolutely spot on. Journaling not only helps reduce cortisol, but also reminds you of what you're thankful for or what you're looking forward to. This shift in focus allows you to better navigate through stress with more clarity.
Okay, that's really amazing. But what are some good ways to kick off my journaling journey? Do I just open a notebook and start spilling my thoughts?
Great starter question. You can absolutely do that. I recommend free writing for just a few minutes whenever you can. It's like a mind dump. You can also use prompts, like reflecting on your happiest memory or what's currently on your mind.
Ooh, that sounds super fun. But what if I'm, drawing a blank? I could be a total blank slate sometimes.
That's completely normal. Time laughs. And it's totally fine. You could set a timer for around 5 minutes and just start writing. I don't know what to write until something comes to you. Eventually, the thoughts will flow.
That actually sounds kind of therapeutic. But what do I do on those days when I'm feeling really off? When everything just seems bleh?
Perfect timing for that question. Those are exactly the days when journaling can shine. Write down that you're feeling blah. Sometimes just acknowledging that on paper can help you unpack what's driving that feeling.
Wow, I really need to get myself a journal ASAP. Can journaling help with setting goals too?
Absolutely. This is a crucial element. When you jot down your goals, you're giving them structure and form, which helps you hold yourself accountable. Think about it. A goal like, I want to run a marathon, feels more tangible when you write it down, right? Almost like putting on a pair of running shoes.
Haha, totally. So you're saying writing it down brings this intense accountability that kicks in? Okay, I'm all in.
Exactly. Just remember, consistency is key. Aim for a few minutes every day. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get those thoughts out.
Yeah, I can totally see how, dedicating a few minutes could create such a positive shift.
Absolutely. We encourage all our listeners to grab a notebook, even if it's just a scrap of paper, and try journaling for a few minutes each day. You might be amazed by how it transforms your mood and mental clarity.
Ugh, I am so excited about this. I can't wait to start.
That's what we love to hear. Remember, your thoughts matter, and journaling is a beautiful way to express them.
Thanks for sharing all this. I can't wait to put this into practice. Until next time.